If you struggle with connecting with people and you're an introvert and you lack social skills, this is the right video for you. And here's a little story that I've recently come across, all right? I personally experienced myself doing an amazing thing that was out of my comfort zone. Let me be completely honest here. As I'm working on becoming a better socializer, as I'm working on becoming a better communicator and helping other people learn how to socialize more, the best thing you can really do is visit places that you truly enjoy. So for me, I love heading to cafes and doing my work there, whether it's my business work or other things, like if I want to read, personal work, or like if I want to do schoolwork, I will go to the cafe and just chill there and work on my things. So recently, I went to a cafe about 2-3 weeks ago. I would say 2 weeks ago. I spoke to two strangers, alright? So the first conversation was someone who was right in front of me. He looked super dialed in. He had his iPad, he had his MacBook, and he was just dialed in. He was so focused. And when I had the chance to talk to him, I just commented on his setup. I'm like, dude, that's an awesome setup you have there. And then I asked him, what do you do, man? And then he was just telling me he's a trader, which was extremely cool because, like, he's in the online business world too, in a way. He was just, and then of course I kept asking him questions because, I was genuinely interested. On top of that, human beings are extremely selfish. They love to talk about themselves. So he was a bit shy, but he was still talking about himself. And then later, I don't, in like a couple of minutes that passed by, he started to talk passionately about trading, right? He was more comfortable with speaking to me, and then we're just bouncing ideas back and forth about entrepreneurship, mindset, books, and all of that. And then, of course, I exchanged infos with him, and then I told him, hey, I'm gonna get back to work. It's lovely talking to you, but we should grab some coffee and connect again at the cafe. And of course, I still didn't do that, but that was just an amazing conversation. And then another one was some guy, he's in university for political sciences. And of course, I'm not really into politics. In fact, I don't even know anything about politics, but it was very interesting because he published his own book. He was, doing a couple other things on the side. So same thing. When I was about to leave the cafe, I saw him editing something. I was like, whoa, okay. I'm not sure exactly how I sparked the conversation, but I did probably go up. I'm like, hey man, what are you doing? And then he's probably talking about how he's editing a video. And then I'm like, hey man, can I sit in front of you? Of course, I just told him a couple things like, dude, your outfit is amazing, because he was wearing a very cool outfit. Then I asked him, like, okay, other than you editing the video, what do you really do in life, right? So he was just telling me about his life. I was learning more about him. I connected with him too. And same thing. I told him, hey, let's grab some coffee sometime and we'll chat about, other things. Moral of the story is just put yourself out of your comfort zone. Put yourself in a position where you talk to strangers, even though it feels uncomfortable. Because for me, I was super anxious when I was doing that. I felt like, okay, I'm gonna make the wrong move. But in reality, it's one of the best things I did, because it's quite funny. The second time I approached that person, right, like the second approach I did, a few people are just looking at me. I'm like, yeah, I get it. No one really does this these days, but come on, let me just live. Right? So overall, like I said, just put yourself out there, have fun. Even if you make the mistake of just looking like a goofy clown, it doesn't even matter, because at the end of the day, like I said, you're gaining experience, you're learning, you're becoming a socializer, you're finding ways how to approach these situations and become better at it. And overall, that's what I'm truly trying to do. I'm trying to become a person who could spark up random conversations with strangers, be able to deliver my message very well, and be able to make friends over time. That's all. Just remember to take it easy and everything will be fine.